Israeli forces have carried out a series of airstrikes targeting Palestinians across Gaza. Several people were killed in overnight attacks in Khan Yunis in the south, Jabalia in the north, and Deir al-Balah in the center of the Strip. More than 900 Palestinians have been killed since Israel broke the ceasefire with Hamas 12 days ago. Despite the ongoing Israeli bombardment, Palestinians have held prayers to mark the end of the fasting month of Ramadan and the start of Eid. Just as they have throughout the war, they prayed among the rubble and destruction caused by Israel's attacks on the Strip. Let's bring in our Tariq Abu Azoum, who's in Deir al-Balah, central Gaza, for us. Tariq, more Israeli strikes across Gaza, which means Eid is once again a time to mourn, not to celebrate.
Yeah, that's right. Today marks the first day of Eid al-Fitr, a time that must be filled with joy and celebration. But in Gaza, the sound of bombardment, in fact, and ongoing artillery shelling drown out the calls to prayer. We have seen that since dawn today. The Israeli airstrikes and artillery shelling continue to devastate neighborhoods, even at a time that Palestinians try to observe the holiday under the Israeli siege. We have seen today that Palestinians have no homes to return to, no festive meals to prepare, and no sense of safety at all. Since dawn, we are talking about 9 civilians being killed in separate airstrikes in Gaza City, and the concentration has been pretty much on the southern part of the territory. We have also seen during the early hours of this day that cemeteries have been absolutely overwhelmed, with families visiting the fresh graves of their loved ones, and instead of gathering for traditional celebrations. We saw children who used to wear beautiful clothes in this day are absolutely hungry and traumatized, struggling to have and to enjoy this significant celebration for them that they used to draw happiness on their faces. The ongoing Israeli attacks, in fact, is drawing a very somber reality in Gaza. For example, earlier today, I've seen in the morgue of Al-Aqsa Hospital, a Palestinian mother brought her daughter to bid farewell for her father, who was killed yesterday in a strike on a group of Palestinians were breaking their fast on the coast of Deir al-Balah, in a sign that the misery here on the ground has no end in sight, and the Israeli military apparently is still ongoing with its military offensive, destroying all sorts of life in Gaza. And for many Palestinians, despite all sorts of horrific circumstances that unfolding them, they continue to show significant determination. Many of them started to celebrate, even in a very minimal level, to offer some sort of gratitude and support for each other. And as Palestinians in Deir al-Balah started to visit each other in order to celebrate the arrival of Eid al-Fitr, as they prayed that the next few days might bring more peace and more stability to the already battered Gaza Strip that had witnessed all signs of devastation since October the 7th, 2023.
Thank you, Tariq. Tariq Abu Azoum, live there in Deir al-Balah, central Gaza. Let's now bring in Mansour Shuman, who's a Palestinian journalist and humanitarian worker who lived in Gaza and